A rich man in a Range Rover stops a flower-selling girl on the street. He says, "You'll never be poor again, if you say yes now." Nia, a humble but strong-willed young woman selling flowers in Kigali, meets Kevin, an attractive rich man who instantly takes interest in her. Meanwhile, Eli, a quiet mechanic who's always helped Nia in silence, watches from the shadows. Kevin offers her a way out of poverty, but at what cost? "Okay, let's go." 6:45 a.m. Kigali streets near a junction. Traffic builds. A dusty Range Rover glides through the fog. On the side of the road, a girl in a faded pink dress arranges flowers in an old bucket. Her name is Nia, early 20s. Soft eyes but fire in her walk. She hums a tune as she fixes petals. A car door opens. "Kevin." "Excuse me, how much for the red one?" Nia looks up, startled. She's used to Motari drivers and street kids, not luxury SUVs. "Nia, softly. 1,000, but I can give you 2 for that price." Kevin, grinning. "No need. You've already given me enough your time." He holds out 10,000 RWF. She hesitates. Kevin, leaning closer. "You'll never be poor again, if you say yes now." Her hand shakes as she takes the money. The car drives off slowly. She watches it vanish. Nia sits under a tattered umbrella. Her phone is off. No power. From the back alley, Eli, 25, quiet mechanic in blue overalls, approaches with a plastic bag. Eli, nervously. "You've not eaten since morning." He hands her roasted maize and pineapple juice. "Nia, you don't have to do this every day, Eli." Eli shrugs. "Flowers feed eyes, food feeds you." They share a laugh, but his eyes are clearly hiding something deeper. Before she can thank him properly, Kevin's car returns and parks near the corner. Nia stands. Eli, firm. "Who is that man?" Nia, confused but curious. "Someone who says life can change in a moment." Kevin waves her over. Cafe inside city center. Nia sits across from Kevin. Marble tables, waiters in white. It's her first time in a place like this. "Kevin, you deserve better than buckets and dust. I see something in you. Potential. Class." He orders food without asking her. Kevin leans in. "You could be mine, Nia. I'll dress you like a queen, open your business, get you a house. But I don't chase. I offer once." Nia blinks. The pasta before her has no smell of home. Evening, Nia's room in Nyamirambo. She walks into her tiny room. One mattress, no window, one mirror. She stares at her reflection. She whispers, "Is this what I've always wanted? Or am I just tired of fighting?" A knock on her wooden door. It's Eli. Eli, quietly. "I saw his car again. You looked different." Nia. "What if he's right, Eli? What if my whole life has been a joke?" Eli, angry but hurt. "Then let me be the fool who stayed by your side the whole time." Silence. Nia looks away. Nay, tears in her eyes. "I didn't ask you to." He leaves. A rose falls from his hand as he walks away. Next morning, Nia wakes up and finds a box outside her door. Inside, a red dress, a phone, a note. "Say yes. 7 p.m. Serena Hotel." She closes the box, looks into her mirror again. Fade to black. Voiceover, Nia. "Some choices change your life. Others cost it." Dinner and deception. Kevin says, "Don't worry about love, love can come later. Comfort comes now." Kevin invites Nia to dinner at a 5-star hotel. She's overwhelmed but seduced by the lifestyle. Eli confronts her, telling her she's losing herself. Nia starts to doubt, but poverty is loud, and Kevin is louder. 7:03 p.m. Serena Hotel. High-end cars pull up. A valet opens the door of a Range Rover. Nia steps out nervous, dressed in the red dress Kevin sent. She pulls it down awkwardly, clearly not used to the feel of expensive silk. Kevin stands as she enters. Kevin, smiling. "Beautiful isn't enough. You look like a beginning." Nia smiles. Unsure, Kevin pulls out her seat. She sits like someone balancing on a glass. Food arrives. She's never seen lobster, caviar, small things with big names. She touches her fork the wrong way and puts it down quickly. Kevin notices, but doesn't comment. Kevin, you deserve this, Nia. This life. This table. Not those dusty streets. Not plastic buckets. Naa, softly. I've never even been inside a hotel before. Kevin. Then let this be your first memory of real life. He raises a glass of wine. Conversation turns. Kevin. Forget love. Love is a luxury for the rich. What matters is peace. Comfort. Power. Nia, hesitant. But don't those things come from love? Kevin leans closer. Kevin. No. They come from money. And I can give you both, eventually. His phone buzzes. He glances at it quickly and puts it face down. Nia watches. A flicker of doubt crosses her face. Same night outside, near Eli's garage. Eli is closing shop, wiping grease off his hands when he sees Anna walking by, still in the red dress, heels in her hand, hair down. He stares in disbelief. Eli. So it's true, you chose him. Nia, tired. I didn't choose anything. I'm just trying to feel safe for once. Eli, firm. Safe in what? In someone else's car. Wearing someone else's gifts. Nia doesn't answer. Eli looks at her with pain. Eli, quietly. You're starting to disappear, Nia. Bit by bit. You think you're rising, but you're just getting erased. He walks away. Later that night, Nia's room. She sits alone on her bed. The phone Kevin gave her lights up. Text. Come by tomorrow. I have something special for you. She scrolls up. Photos from the night. Her in the dress. Her with Kevin. Her, smiling. Then she looks to her wall. There's a photo of her late mother holding flowers. She places the new phone next to it. Voiceover, Nia. It's funny how comfort can feel like a cage when it isn't yours. Her stomach growls. She didn't even eat properly. She lies down fully dressed. Kevin's side. Kevin sits in his modern apartment. A woman walks in sharp heels, expensive perfume. Woman. You're doing it again. This poor girl project. Kevin, coldly. This one's different. She's not like the others. He takes a sip of wine and smiles. A woman whispers to Nia, you don't know what kind of man you're dealing with. Nia receives a warning from a woman in Kevin's mansion. Possibly his ex-secrets begin to unfold. Eli gets a job offer in another city. Torn between leaving or staying for her. Kevin gives Nia her first real gift, an iPhone. Morning. Kevin's mansion in Ribeiro. Nia arrives in a taxi, holding a small purse. She walks slowly into a grand compound. Birds chirp. Walls white and spotless. She steps inside. A housekeeper lets her in. Housekeeper. Mr. Kevin is still in a call upstairs. You can wait in the lounge. Nia explores the living room, a massive space with glass walls and velvet couches. She sits awkwardly on the edge. As she stands to admire a family photo, a voice whispers behind her. Woman, softly. He brings them here like this. Always the same way. Nia turns sharply. No one there. Just the hallway. She walks toward it. From behind a door, she hears quiet crying, and then silence. Before she can knock, Kevin walks down. Kevin, charming. You ready to see your surprise? She quickly forgets the voice. Kevin's car. Kevin takes her on a drive. They laugh. He pulls into a tech store, then hands her a small box. Inside, a brand new iPhone 15 Pro. Kevin, your world just changed. No more power cuts. No more second-hand phones. Nia whispers. I've never owned anything new. They take a selfie outside the store. Kevin posts it to Instagram. Nia sees the caption. Leveling her up, #no more struggles. Eli's garage, evening. Eli is wiping his hands when his boss approaches. Boss. A friend of mine in Musanze needs a lead mechanic. Pays double. Housing included. You want it? Eli hesitates. Eli, how long before I have to decide? Boss, 3 days. They want someone by next week. As the boss walks away, Eli stares at his oil-covered hands. Then, he sees a notification on his old phone. Kevin's photo with Nia. He closes the app. Back at Kevin's mansion night, Nia explores the hallway again. This time she knocks gently at the door from earlier. It creaks open. Inside, a dim room. A woman sits near the window, in a silk robe, holding a wine glass. Probably early 30s. Stunning but sad. Woman. He told you I was his cousin. Nia is frozen. Woman, smiling sadly. That's what he tells all of us. Nia. Who are you? Woman. The one before you. And maybe still here. Depends on the day. She stands, walks up, and places her hand on Nia's cheek. Woman, whisper. He'll give you gifts. He'll make you forget who you are. Then he'll make sure you never remember again. Kevin calls from downstairs. Nia. Come, dinner's ready. Nia stares at the woman who simply turns away and sips her wine. That night, Nia's room. Nia holds the iPhone, staring at it. Her old phone buzzes. It's Eli. She doesn't answer. She scrolls through Kevin's posts. Different women, different captions, but same style. Same words. She closes the phone. Her voiceover begins. Maybe comfort is louder than truth. But the truth whispers. And it always returns. Kevin down on one knee, holding a simple but elegant ring box. His voice is steady but vulnerable. Kevin, you don't have to love me now. Just say yes. Nia looks down at him, shocked and silent. The weight of the moment hangs heavy. Nia, Kevin's proposal, it's tempting, but I don't know if I can do this without feelings. What do you think? Eli doesn't blink. His gaze hardens, jaw tight. His voice is low but sharp, like someone trying not to break. Eli, if you take it, I won't be here when it breaks you. You have to be stronger than this, Nia. Don't sign a contract for a life you don't want. Silence follows, one of those heavy silences that say more than words ever could. The only sound is the distant hum of traffic and the soft clink of a spoon on porcelain. Later, Nia returns home alone. The city lights flicker outside her window like distant, unreachable stars. She sits at her desk, opens her journal, and begins to write. Her handwriting is a little shaky. The camera lingers over scattered lines on the page. Can I really say yes without love? What does love even mean anymore? The ring box sits unopened beside her. She stares at it, long and hard, like it holds all the answers and none at once. Meanwhile, Kevin is alone in his study. Shadows stretch across the walls as a dim lamp glows beside him. He stares at a photo of Nia on his desk, then stands and begins to pace, rehearsing out loud as if trying to convince someone, maybe himself. Kevin, I'm protecting us both. I can't lose control again. This is the only way. For a moment, his voice cracks. He closes his eyes. The facade drops, and behind it a man afraid. Afraid of being unloved. Afraid of being alone. Back in her apartment, Nia sits in the dark. Her phone glows in her hand. She hesitates, then dials. Her voice is trembling but steady. Nia, softly. Kevin, I want to think about it, but maybe I can say yes. Nia stood on the polished marble steps of Kevin's grand mansion, the afternoon sun casting long shadows on the pristine driveway. As she turned toward the sleek black car waiting to take her away, her eyes caught a small figure crouched by the gate, a child, dirty clothes hanging loosely, eyes wide and pleading. The child held out a trembling hand, begging for a coin. The world Kevin had built, with its gleaming walls and expensive gifts, suddenly felt hollow. A sharp memory stabbed through her, the dust and laughter of her village, her mother's worn hands, the smells of cooking fires, the rhythm of a life lived without luxuries but full of warmth. Nia swallowed hard. Despite all the riches, the expensive jewelry Kevin lavished upon her, and the iPhone she now carried like a trophy, a deep emptiness gnawed inside her. Inside the mansion, Kevin paced behind his polished desk, his expression darkening as he glanced at the message Nia had left on his phone. His voice was clipped when she finally answered, "You need to understand that things will change. This isn't a game. I'm doing this for us whether you see it or not." But his tone only made Nia pull away. The easy charm she once admired now felt like chains tightening around her. Kevin began to demand more: her time, her appearances, her silence. His control seeped into every corner of her life. The warmth she craved was replaced by cold schedules and whispered warnings. Meanwhile, Eli's dreams grew in another city far away. His phone calls became less frequent, his visits rarer. When he finally told her about a new job offer, a chance to build something real, Nia smiled through tears, knowing their paths were diverging. "You have to live your life," she whispered, "even if it means I won't be part of it." Feeling the weight of everything she was losing, Nia made a decision. One early morning, she slipped away from the mansion's glare and boarded a crowded bus to her old village. The familiar earthy scent of the soil greeted her like an old friend. The sounds of roosters and children playing, the steady hum of daily chores, it was a world away from Kevin's glass towers. Walking past her old home, now faded and weather-worn, Nia found silence and space she hadn't felt in months. Here, stripped of money and control, she remembered who she was. The quiet whispered truths she had long buried: the value of freedom, love without price tags, and the courage to face her own heart. As twilight fell, Nia sat beneath the stars, tears glistening on her cheeks but a new strength kindling in her eyes. She knew that some things, peace, dignity, true connection, could never be bought, no matter the price. And with that clarity, the path ahead, uncertain though it was, began to feel like hers again. Kevin's voice cut through the quiet room like a blade. "Everything I give, I can take away." Nia looked up from the delicate bracelet on her wrist, a gift that suddenly felt more like a chain. The sparkle of the jewels no longer blinded her. Instead, they marked the invisible debts piling up behind Kevin's smiles. The days that followed were a blur of expectations and restrictions. Kevin's demands grew heavier. She was to attend dinners she didn't want to, smile at people she barely knew, and keep her opinions to herself. The mansion felt less like a sanctuary and more like a gilded cage. Each gift Kevin bestowed came with a silent invoice, binding Nia tighter in ways she hadn't anticipated. Nia's heart ached for Eli, whose voice had fallen silent. Her texts went unanswered, and her calls rang through to voicemail. The hope that had once flickered between them was now swallowed by the distance and silence. She missed his honesty, his warmth, the freedom he represented. One evening, Kevin approached her with a new proposition. "I have a business trip next week," he said, eyes sharp and unreadable. "I want you to come. It's important. But," he paused, "there are conditions. You'll need to be perfect, no slip-ups, no distractions." The conditions were unspoken rules cloaked in veiled threats. Nia understood. This trip was another test, another way Kevin could assert control. Yet beneath the tension, there was an unspoken question hanging between them. What did Kevin truly want from her? Was it partnership, possession, or something darker? Nia stared at her reflection that night, tracing the lines of a face growing more guarded. The glittering gifts felt heavier now, like strings pulling her away from who she wanted to be. She knew the trip would change everything, and deep down, she feared losing herself completely. The afternoon sun filtered through the curtains as Nia sat in the quiet of her room, heart pounding with hope and dread. The doorbell rang, her breath caught. Could it be Eli? After weeks of silence, she dared to imagine he had come back for her. But when she opened the door, her eyes widened in shock and pain. Eli stood there. Yes, but not alone. A graceful woman stood beside him, her smile easy and confident. The warmth in Eli's eyes now belonged to someone else. Nia's world shattered in an instant. The man she had hoped would be her refuge had moved on, leaving her behind like a broken promise. Her hands trembled as the door closed softly between them. Desperation drove Nia to confront Kevin. She needed out of the cold, suffocating arrangement before it crushed what little of herself remained. But when she voiced her wish to end things, Kevin's expression hardened. His words came sharp, laced with menace. "If you walk away now, I won't hesitate to expose everything. Your secrets, your past, they won't stay hidden." Fear gripped Nia, freezing her words. Kevin held the power to unravel her carefully balanced world, to turn all her hopes into scandal. She realized the cost of defiance was far greater than she imagined. Left with no allies, no love to lean on, Nia sank into a silence deeper than loneliness. For the first time, truly alone, she faced the cold truth of her existence. The promises she once believed in of love, freedom, escape lay broken around her like shards of glass. Yet amid the ruins, a spark flickered. Something fierce and unyielding stirred inside her, a quiet resolve that this was not the end. Though shattered, she was not defeated. Nia, do you still love me? Eli, do you still love yourself? Nia starts working a simple job again. Eli watches from a distance. Kevin tries to win her back, but this time, she refuses. Nia begins to rebuild her confidence. A chance comes to start over with or without Eli. Indifferent to Nia's quiet determination as she clocked into her new, modest job at a local cafe. The worn apron felt strange around her waist, so different from the glitz and glitter of Kevin's world, but somehow, it grounded her. Each small task, each friendly smile from a customer, chipped away at the heaviness inside. From a distance, Eli watched her cautiously. He stayed in the shadows of her new life, unsure if he belonged anymore. The pain of their broken past lingered in his eyes, but there was also something softer, hope, maybe for what could still be. One evening, Kevin appeared again, polished and persuasive, his voice dripping with promises and regret. Nia, you don't have to do this alone. Come back. We can make it work. But this time, Nia's reply was steady, clear. No, Kevin. I'm done being your plan B, your possession. I'm choosing myself. With every no she spoke, her confidence blossomed. She learned to laugh again, to dream beyond contracts and threats. The weight of others' expectations lifted, replaced by a quiet strength. Then opportunity knocked, a chance to start fresh, a real one. A job offer, a new city, a clean slate. The choice lay before her, to take it with Eli by her side, or step into the unknown alone. Late at night, Nia faced Eli, her voice trembling with vulnerability. Do you still love me? His gaze searched hers, steady and honest. Do you still love yourself? In that moment, Nia realized the fight wasn't just for someone else's love, it was for the fierce, unbreakable love she had to find within herself. The cold glow of the phone screen lit Nia's determined face as she sat alone in her small apartment. Her fingers trembled for only a moment before she grabbed the crumpled marriage contract, the symbol of years trapped under Kevin's control. Slowly, deliberately, she tore the paper into pieces, the sound sharp in the silent room. Without hesitation, she hit record on her phone, the camera catching every moment of destruction and defiance. This is the end, she whispered fiercely. No more contracts. No more chains. Within hours, the video went viral. Kevin's carefully crafted image crumbled as whispers turned into accusations across social media. The man who once held power now faced public shame. Behind the scenes, Eli watched quietly. Without fanfare, he opened the doors of his small garage to Nia, offering a safe place to start a newer spot for her flower business to grow. He said nothing about their past, only that she deserved a space to bloom. Standing amid crates of vibrant blooms, Nia finally felt the truth settle in her bones. She didn't need rescuing. She just needed room to grow. But the battle wasn't over. Kevin's lawyer called late one evening, voice cold and threatening. You've made powerful enemies. Nia, retract your claims or face the consequences. Nia's heart raced but did not break. She looked at the broken contract ashes on the floor and then at the flowers around her. She was no longer afraid. The fight for her freedom had only just begun. The afternoon sun cast a warm glow as Eli and Nia walked side by side down a bustling city street. A sleek, black luxury car gleamed in the driveway of a nearby mansion, its polished surface reflecting a world of wealth and power. Nia glanced at it, a small, knowing smile playing on her lips. That used to impress me, she said softly, but now, I just want peace. Eli looked at her, admiration clear in his eyes. This was a different Nia, strong, grounded, and sure of herself. No longer the girl who chased sparkling illusions, but a woman who had found true value in simpler, more honest things. Nia's flower business was blossoming. From the humble garage Eli had offered, she had built a small but thriving enterprise, her bouquets vibrant with life and hope. Customers came daily, drawn not just by the beauty of her flowers but by the warmth that radiated from the woman who arranged them. Eli stood by her side not as a rescuer, but as a partner and friend, supporting her dreams without overshadowing them. Nia led now, her voice confident, her vision clear. The shadow of Kevin's chapter faded into the past, a closed door behind her. Legal battles and threats were over. Her freedom was hard-won and fiercely guarded. As the sun dipped low, casting golden hues across the shop, Nia's voice carried gently over the scene, narrating her truth to the world. In the end, I didn't choose love or money. I chose myself, and love found me anyway. On Nia's smile, the laughter of happy customers, and the blooming flowers a testament to resilience and the real riches that come from within.